Hello my fellow hirelings of House Telvanni, I'm Neloth, and welcome to another video of Skyrim NPC of the Week. In this series, I will be going over both major and minor NPCs that exist in the land of Skyrim and maybe even beyond. But without further ado, let us snoop on some of the citizens of Skyrim. This week's NPC is Mjoll the Lioness. Mjoll resides in Riften, where she roams the city attempting to shield as many of the citizens of Riften from the corruption of the Black-Briar family and the Thieves Guild, and tries to fight the corruption, if unsuccessfully. She is currently living with an Imperial named Aerin, who nursed her back to health after a previous expedition almost killed her. Like most people, Mjoll had a mother and a father, and also a brother whom all lived in an undisclosed village that no longer exists. When growing up, her mother taught her how to wield a sword and used to take her to Solitude to watch the ships from the bluff. And her father would take her on hunting expeditions to Morrowind, where they would hunt game. According to Mjoll, cliff racers make the best of game. Unfortunately, one day bandits burned her village to the ground, and one of them killed her brother and laughed as her brother died. That horrific moment was likely the day she had an extreme hatred for bandits and corruption in general. Mjoll's father wanted her to become a hunter and hunt game like he did in Morrowind. However, Mjoll wanted to, as she says, set her aspirations higher and become an adventurer instead. Her father never complained about her aspirations. Mjoll then went on to adventure all across Tamriel, from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. If we take this all points in between line literally, it seems she has been to every country with the exception of Blackmarsh and the Somerset Isles. Although I doubt a Nord would be welcome in the Isles, so this would make a lot of sense. As an adventurer, Mjoll has never traded her skills for pay as a sellsword, and has only ever adventured on her own terms and likely made a living from plundering tombs and bandit conclaves. One of her adventures brought her to the Dwemer ruin known as Mzinshalleft in Skyrim, where Mjoll was able to fight her way to the end of the ruin, but was ambushed by a massive dwarven Kenturian. The massive construct knocked her favorite weapon, Grimsever, from her hand and badly injured her. Mjoll says it was through blind luck that she was able to crawl away from the Dwemer ruin and get found by Aerin, who tended to her. When Aerin was nursing Mjoll back to health, he told her about all of the problems that plagued Riften, and Mjoll believes fate brought her here. Mjoll sees Riften as her next challenge, and her reward will come from gratitude and trust. However, this may not be a challenge Mjoll can win, given there is no way to actually rid Riften of its corruption in the entire game. Mjoll will spend most of the day wandering around Riften and being followed by her dog, Aerin, as she converses with the people trying to help them out. In conversation with others, we find out that Mjoll has chased off thieves on more than one occasion, and even protected Madesi from being harassed. However, we also learn that she has lost a golden ring, with an inscription that says Sand Elske, which was most likely stolen. I attempted to translate the inscription and found that the word Elske means to love, or to make love. So, this could be a ring she was given by a lover in either the lands of Hammerfell or elsewhere. Or it could be something a lot more PG and it was just given to her by her parents. If the player is level 14, Mjoll can tell the player how she lost her glass greatsword, Grimsever, in the ruins of Mzinshalleft. The player can then offer to get the sword back for Mjoll, and afterwards Mjoll will be available to be a follower and a potential spouse. Lastly, Mjoll is one of the few followers in the game that actually has a lot of dialogue she will share when traveling with you on your adventures. She will tell you bits and pieces of her life story, and how much she loves the cold air and makes her feel alive, and also how she has seen enough death to last several lifetimes and is still ready to fight. An adventurer, warrior, paragon of good and a true Nord of Skyrim. And that's all I wrote. Be sure to comment down below which NPC I should do a video on next week, or two. But make sure to like the like button, like the subscribe button, and like the bell notification down below. And I will see you whenever the fuck I decide to upload again. House Telvanni be with you.
Please, O hero of Skyrim, I shall be ever so grateful.